Memoirs of Hypsicles. The first time I called him Leon. Days bled into nights and nights into days, as they always do aboard the Dutchman. The crew went about their damned routines, scraping barnacles from cursed timbers, swabbing decks that would never be clean, manning guns for raids that never ended. But all the while my eye sought him. Leonard. Shackled, wounded, yet never cowed. Hendrik tested him ceaselessly. Tasks meant to grind pride into ash. He made Leonard polish the coral-encrusted brasswork with chains still clamped to his wrists, forced him to row when storms swelled, mocked him before the others. Yet Leonard never bent his head. He met every order with a sneer, every strike with silence, every humiliation with that same flame in his eyes. It drove Hendrik to greater cruelties, but it drove me to something else entirely. One night after the lashings, I found him again in the hold. His shirt hung in ribbons, his back a canvas of welts and torn flesh. He sat rigid, jaw clenched, refusing the water the others passed him. I knelt beside him with the flask, tilting it toward his lips. He turned away. "Drink, Leon," I murmured, the name spilling from me unbidden, softer than I'd ever spoken. He froze. His eyes cut to mine, wide, startled, not by the offer, but by the name. He had always been Cavendish to Hendrik, the boy to the crew, you to me. Never Leon. "What did you call me?" His voice was hoarse, cracked from shouting and thirst. I held his gaze steady despite the rush of my own blood. "Leon?" He drew in a sharp breath, as though the syllable stung worse than the whip. "Don't." His voice broke. He swallowed hard. "Don't call me that." But I did, again quietly, tasting it like forbidden wine. Leon. His hands trembled where the chains bit his wrists. Rage flared in his eyes, but something else too. Confusion, perhaps, or the faintest flicker of recognition. Of intimacy he did not want, yet could not sever. He lunged, weak as he was, trying to strike me with bound fists. I caught them easily, pressing them back against the boards. His breath heaved against my chest, hot, furious. "You think using my name makes me yours?" he spat. "No," I whispered, leaning close so only he could hear. "It reminds you that you were someone before this ship, someone I refused to let Hendrik erase." For the first time, he faltered. The fury wavered, leaving only exhaustion, the raw edge of something perilously near grief. He turned his face away, trembling. "Damn you," he muttered, softer than before. I let his wrists go, unbound my own, and pressed my bleeding wrist once more to his lips. He did not resist. He drank, slow, reluctant, but he drank. When he was finished, I brushed a strand of hair, damp with sweat, from his forehead. He did not strike me for it. And as he drifted into uneasy sleep, his head tipping against the wall, I whispered his name once more, only for myself. "Leon." A curse, a prayer, a vow.